Hey guys, gonna do an Instagram live with my friend Scott, who runs a company called Happy. We're gonna talk about pulsed electromagnetic frequencies and how they can change your brain. It's actually really cool science. It's neat stuff. And I'm gonna get him in right now. It's gonna go. It's gonna work because we tried this before, and Instagram did all sorts of weird stuff I haven't quite seen. So if you're dialing back in, hey Scott, what's up, man?
Hey, can you hear me? How are we doing?
Doing good. Scott was on Bulletproof Radio recently, and we're going to talk about a new kind of device. Something I've been sleeping with every night for 6 months. Don't tell my wife. But the Happy, it's a device that looks like this, and you put it on either on your head or as a necklace. All right. Someone says there's no sound, but they can't. Someone else.
Can you hear me?
I think you guys truly can't hear.
I can hear you pretty well.
All good.
Okay.
So I'm happy to take questions from you guys at the end of this, if they're from something beyond. Because I know these work, because I use them at Upgrade Labs, because at 40 Years of Zen, we have these computer-driven, very expensive things that use small pulse magnets to change your brain state. People are saying my sound is broken. Other people are saying that they can hear me. I don't know what's going on.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Intermittent sound. All right, I'm just going to hold the phone right here, and I'll just like wobble around.
That's way better, Dave. There you go.
Okay. Well, there we go. I don't know what's going on there. All right.
Okay.
My audio is unchoppy, but my video is shaky because I'm holding my phone now.
Yeah.
And by the way, thank you guys for telling me what's going on. There we go. Now it's all cleaned up. I don't know why that happened, but whatever. So I know that there's efficacy to pulse electromagnetic frequency stuff. And I've done it for a long time, but it was very expensive and it was hard to do. So Scott comes along about a year and a half ago and says, Dave, I have this device that comes out of like $40 million worth of research. And you know how many times I've heard this story, guys? Like, people pitch me on crap all the time, and most of it isn't that good, right? So there's a pretty high bar for curating. But I did interview Scott on the show to talk about what this new device does. So explain what it is, what it does.
Yeah, so we can help you choose how you want to feel on command. That's essentially what we're giving people. So people that want to be more productive, more energy, more focus, if you want to de-stress and relax at the end of the day, better sleep at night, at the click of a button, we start to deliver these very precise signals onto your body. And we're actually changing the protein structure of your protein receptors and the shape to give you an actual effect in your body. Just like if you would take like an energy drink or a couple cups of coffee or a happy hour drink or a sleep aid or muscle relaxants. That's our tech. So that's kind of why it's insane. It's next level, and everybody calls BS until they try it out themselves.
I actually did. I'm like, okay, I've heard, things before. And there's all sorts of stuff where we might not know how it works, but you can see that it works. But what you guys are doing, it works on mice. And I met with your lead researchers. They spent 10 years on this stuff. And
Yep.
Okay, you can't placebo control mice. It's pretty amazing. So what I do know is I put my thing on sleepy mode, my Happy on sleepy mode. I put it under my pillow when I go to bed at night, and I get better sleep, and it totally works. And I don't get that tired during the day. But I'm going into about 32 hours of a fast. By the way, guys, subtle plug, Fast This Way. And my new book, go to fastthisway.com. If you haven't ordered it, I'd love it if you ordered it. And I'll teach you the book for 2 weeks when you send me a receipt on that website. So anyway, I need a little bit more energy during a fast because, hey, that's what happens. So I'm like, I think I'll put this thing on focus and see what happens. And it totally works. All right. J4 Not 1 says, can we upload our brains to computers by 2045? What's the deal, Scott?
You're going to have to talk to Elon about that one.
Give it to me straight. Come on.
I would say
Danny
Neuralink
Smith
is a lot
thinks you're
closer.
hot. She just said she thinks you're hot.
Oh, thanks. I'm married, but I appreciate that. That means a lot.
And by the way, she said I was too. Thank you, Danny.
All right.
All right. So is there a hotness button on the Happy that I can click?
I don't know how drunk we can make you to make you look hot, or me, but yeah.
Did you guys hear that? He just negged me.
That was such a good burn. All right. You know I love you. Yes, there is a make Dave Asprey look hot button. I promise.
Now, here's a Purple Yogi is saying, can help with pain. Um, what uh, what about pain? Is there something you can do for that?
Yeah, so obviously we have to make the caveat before everything, which is we're not making medical claims here. Our parent company that we license this from, they're doing all the medical side. So they're actually working with brain cancer people. They're people with tumors. They're working in pain. They're working on all those things.
So, same tech, but on a medical side, right? But
That's
this
right.
is medical grade tech, but it's a consumer thing with consumer states. Just so you
That's right.
guys understand the difference we're talking about here.
Yeah, the best I can tell you is that we have a relax signal that mimics like a muscle relaxant that people use for a lot of different, after a workout, if they're sore, if they're sitting on a flight for 4 hours, if their lower back is aching, sitting at a desk. A lot of people use the
Yeah.
relax signal for that.
I feel the relaxed one. Like there's times, especially if I eat something that wasn't right, like your body subtly shifts into like it's not like anxiety, like I'm worried about what I ate, but I'm like, oh, like things aren't working the right way. And you get a little bit of muscle tension and I'll play the relaxing and it's weird. You really feel it. And Jax here says ADD, ADHD. So Jax, those are the medical conditions, but people have a hard time focusing. What does the focus button do for them?
Yeah, so that's the thing is, we're going under the radar. We're not making medical claims, but we're letting people use this however they want. Focus is very good for that. People use it for emails, if you have a big meeting, if you just need a boost and to laser focus in on a project that you're working on. It's firing nicotine receptors. It's giving you a specific response that you're looking for to make you laser pointed on the project at hand. So I would go after the focus signal. Alert is actually very good for that too, but focus is better for that situation.
Okay, that works. That works really well. I do feel these states, and these are measurable states. Talk to me about what they do to mice.
Yeah, so this was my favorite part. I put all of the funding in at the beginning of this to make sure that it was safe and that it worked on the mice before we brought anything into the humans. And on the mice, we blinded the lab techs, so they didn't know what signals were on which cages either. And we could see after just 20 minutes of signal play, the mice specifically responding, like the alert signal on the alert cage. You could see the mice, it's on video, you could see them jumping and grooming nonstop and moving around really fast. And on the sleepy cage, they're just in the corner passed out. The relax cage, it had all four limbs splayed out on the ground. And the lab tech walked over, it's on video, she's like, I don't know which one I'm pretty sure I know what it is. This is a sign of extreme muscle relaxation. Right. And so when we started to
Wow,
see those work on the mice, and mice, it's hard for them to have placebo, they're mice. And the lab techs were 100% in their accuracy in guessing afterwards, after the study too. So seeing that hyperactive, hypoactive, somnolescent, we could see the effects, and then we
that's
were
cool.
confident for humans. Yeah.
So Commit to Awesome says, wait, what year is it? What is this? Who are these guys with these glasses? What is happening here? Is it soft porn? So what would your answer to Commit to Awesome be?
Are you sure you don't want me to answer the soft porn question first?
All right, more important question from Chelsea. How long do these effects last for? That's actually a good question.
That is a
I
great,
don't,
good question.
yeah, I mean, I know that you play the signal for an hour, but how long does it last after the signal?
Some people it lasts up to another hour, but usually it's within 15 to 30 minutes, you're back to
Okay,
base. So there's nothing being metabolized or digested. It's like a firing of neurons.
okay.
It's tweaking your cells, and then you're back to base within a half hour.
Rodrigo says, can you get addicted to it?
That's a good question. So because there's nothing in your body, there's no negative side effects. And so there's not really an addictive agent within your body. However, I want people to be addicted to working out, drinking bulletproof coffee, sleeping well, eating healthy. I
Drinking
mean,
water. It's a
drinking
terrible addiction. We all
water.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would consider it habit forming. People like to do what helps them a lot. And I
So
think that that's a good thing. So I wouldn't use the word addicted. I mean, definitely we're not seeing
healthy,
people.
healthy
Yeah.
habit forming is a thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Raj wants to know what these red glasses are. This is my circadian biology company. It's called True Dark. This is a patented lens. Check this out. Watch. The top of it is darker than the bottom. And Anyway, they make you sleep better. It's after dark where I am, so I'm wearing these so my body knows it's after dark because I've got studio lights on and I want to sleep well tonight. And so I'm going to turn my happy on. I'm going to wear my True Darks. It's going to be good.
We all have those too, just FYI.
Nice.
My twin sister loves it. I mean, we all love it, but she especially loves it because she has really sensitive eyes for like screens, especially after like 7 o'clock. So it's a miracle worker for us. True Dark, baby.
All right. And Eric Nabor says 3 months for him. Like he's been using it for 3 months. And one thing that I thought was interesting is, can you talk about when users start using a happy, what percentage of them keep using it?
Yeah, we're getting a high percentage return. So right now,
But high percentage return, people are sending them back?
no, sorry. Daily return, like returning to the app to use it again. Sorry,
okay.
no, returns right now are about 1%.
Okay, so most people keep them, but how many people use it daily?
So right now we have 40 to 45% of our members are using it daily.
That's insane. By the way, like Spotify wishes it had those numbers.
Netflix is at 30, just so you know.
So this I use mine every day. Like it's a regular occurrence. And so keep in mind, guys, I have literally closets full of stuff people send me. Like I could spend more than 24 hours a day with different stuff glued to me, stuck to me, and all this stuff. So my bar to use something regularly is pretty high. And for me, by far the most common is the sleep signal, because if I'm not feeling sleepy when I want to be, I'll put it on, then I get sleepy. And if I'm already sleepy, I put it on my pillow and I sleep better. Several people are saying, how much does it cost? What does it cost to get one?
$380.
$380, okay.
Yep.
Pretty darn affordable in the overall scheme of biohacking. It's on par with like an Oura Ring or something like that. And it just works. I don't say that lightly, but it's a meaningful thing. And gethappy.com is your website. Do you have a code for people?
Yeah, /Dave.
Oh, gethappy.com/Dave. There you go. I know we had a code for the podcast. So.
Or it's happy.com/Dave. So happbee.com/Dave. We'll give him $50 off.
There you go. Save it. So that puts it under 330. So that's a good deal for you. Now,
I think probably the biggest thing to mention too is, our members, we have a membership model too. It's, $19 a month, or you can pay a little bit higher and never pay a monthly ever again. But that's because we're launching new signals every few months. So this is what I think everyone's really interested about. We just launched a huge public market yesterday, and we had over 1,000 new investors just yesterday. This was crazy. We are launching the Netflix of feelings. That's our goal. So we have signals we're working on in the labs right now for diet, just like your new book. I cannot wait for that.
I'm going to do a signal with you guys. And we've talked about this for a while, but there will be the Dave Asprey, like out my brain to rock signal. And when you use that one, you're literally going to levitate. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. We've got a memory signal with Jim Quick we're working on. We've got a performance signal we're working on. The list is, I can't talk about the next 6, but that's the idea, is we want to be launching signals that help you throughout your everyday life.
Maxim has a question. Can you read this scientific evidence somewhere? So
yes.
Where is that?
Yes. Happy.com/science. As simple as that. happbee.com/science. That will walk you through all of our iterations of testing, from the animal tests to the anecdotal human tests to the blinded sham studies that we did back in May, which were the most important pivotal studies we've done. And we have a bunch more coming, but that's where you'll be able to see our science video, a bunch of our PhDs in the labs talking through what's going on in your body, how this works. Believe me, there are trolls. When we launched this back in February, the trolls came out of the woodworks because we hadn't done our blinded study until May. That happened at the beginning of May. So there hasn't been a peep since May, but we had a lot of skeptics early on that hadn't tried it yet. And so our biggest thing is, look into the science, try it out, 30-day money-back guarantee. I'll even send you a Bulletproof coffee as an apology if you don't like it. Seriously, like we want people just to try it, because we know that when you try it, you'll enjoy it. And that's all we want, is people to help their lives be better without turning to chemicals and substances and pills that might hurt them.
So Lucas says he wants you to release an anti-mask signal to calm the fear. Is there like a fear calming signal that we could use?
Yeah, I've got a microdose. It's called Calm. We literally call it the Calm signal. It's from your neck up. It actually kind of mellows you out. It's the perfect one to watch while you're watching shows or hanging out at night before bed.
There you go. By the way, if you're a medical professional, you ought to be wearing a mask, and I'm totally down with that. But
Yeah.
you know, if you're by yourself on the beach, you might not have to wear one. But it's getting a little bit nuts out there because of fear, not because of science. All right,
Sarah Mercado, love my happy. That's cool to see.
nice. Purple Yogis. What was the code to save it? It was go to hapbee hapbee.com/Dave.
Yep.
All right, I'm just scrolling through to find some questions. Oh,
We've
Sarah
got
posted.
Dave. We've got a couple hundred left before Christmas, so
Okay.
we're going to be pretty thin. But if they order, I mean, if they order the next couple days watching this, they'll get in.
So Biohacked Mama says she's been waiting for months. What's going on there?
Biohack Mama, we fulfilled all the orders. If there's a problem there, email info@happy tonight, and I'll make sure yours gets sent tomorrow. That's surprising.
There you go. Yeah, I know. I've had great results with you guys. All right.
It's somebody also wrote, it's not happy with two P's. It's HAPBE because the logo's a B. So yeah, happy.com.
By the way, that was like the biggest branding mistake ever, Scott. Like you can't spell HapB. So I'm like, it's the HapB device. I'm like, how do you spell that? And then I have to spell it every single time. Like,
Well, I want people to be happy, okay?
TQZ674, and that would have been easier for me to spell.
Probably. Well, happy HAPPY.com was about $500,000 to buy. So that was a little difficult for us.
That was a probably a good move then. By the way, guys, I've been working with Scott, you know, as an advisor to the company. So I give him crap sometimes, and he's always like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" It's funny.
I love it. You're a great advisor. It's cool to see someone who's kind of gone before us, and we're standing on your shoulders, and it's been awesome.
Well, thank you. I'm looking at all these questions here. There's several questions about the pineal gland. Does this thing do anything for your pineal gland? Oh man.
I can't speak to that actually.
You don't know? Okay.
No, I don't. I would have to talk to our scientists and get back to you.
Commit to Awesome is now realizing that these comments might appear in the recording, and they totally are. And yes, these are 1970s porno glasses. And I will tell you, even when I wore them, I got to spend some time with Paris Hilton at a conference, and she's like, "Where'd you get glasses?" I'm like, "I am so cool now." For the first time in my life, I was cool for like 5 minutes. It was amazing. But what she didn't know is that under my shirt I had my happy on, so you know, I was being shy about it.
There's Rodrigo Todd just posted. I did a blind test with my wife without knowing each signal. She guessed 5 of the signals without even believing in the device. That's cool.
That's super cool. So guys, look, I know there are many different methods to manipulate how we feel, how we show up in the world. The definition of biohacking is change the environment around you and inside of you to have full control of your biology. This is changing the EMF environment around you in a way that directly affects cells, at least it appears to in mice and in humans. And I think it's cool, right? And I think this is the future of biohacking. And more importantly, if this works, which it does, then you could probably generate negative signals in some other way. And this is why hacking is important, because it puts you in charge instead of someone else. And that's why I like this part of this part of what they're doing. Now, I want to say thanks for taking time on this Instagram Live. And we've had some fun together. And we both got complimented on our incredible attractiveness, but I think they were mostly talking about you. So that's all good, man.
For the record, Dave, I don't need a signal to tell me how sexy you are. I promise.
Right. All right, guys, I'm going to end this and just wish you all a wonderful holiday if we don't connect on Instagram before then. Scott, thanks for making something cool and worthy. You guys already heard the code. It's hapbee.com/Dave. And you save $50. This is the kind of Christmas thing you want. And I only talk about stuff that works because there's no need to talk about stuff that doesn't work. So I hope you'll take my word for it. Try it. Don't like it, send it back. It's cool. And thank you, Danny, for these comments. My ego is now very large. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.